Texas! Are you ready for Monster Jam?
San Antonio, this is JCB Racing. 12 drivers have been seeded into the bracket, but 4 of our fastest drivers from last night's event has an automatic advancement into round 2. But first, going head to head, we have 8 trucks. Who's ready for JCB Racing? Let me hear you.
We're going to kick things off here with our first head-to-head matchup. Racing out of the gray lane, it's Tyler Menninga, Gravedigger. And his opponent racing out of the blue lane, it's Cynthia Gauthier, Lucas Stabilizer. The winner will see Jurassic Attack, Dalton Widener in round 2. These two getting ready to do battle here as we get set. We've got Gravedigger to the line first, followed by Lucas Stabilizer. Let's go racing! And a little jump there, looks like, from Lucas Stabilizer. So they're going to restage Lucas Stabilizer to the line as we get set to go green. Advancing on is Gravedigger. So we've got Gravedigger and Tyler Menninga advancing on there with a time of 20.800. So Tyler Menninga and Gravedigger advances on. He'll see Dalton Widener and Jurassic Attack here in round 2. Dalton Widener and Jurassic Attack, of course, our winner from last night. And he continues the winning streak there, started back in Anaheim of last week, where he took home that Sunday racing a win We're waiting to see the opponent here. Kevin Crocker and Megalodon come to the line. We see Colt Stevens and Thunder Roars already out on the track. This would be our second head-to-head matchup. Waiting for the officials to let us know if he's going to be able to go. But I'm getting a word that Kevin Crocker and Megalodon will not be able to make it. So Thunder Roars advances on into round 2 to see Jim Kohler and Avenger. Of course, we'll let you know what's going on there with Kevin Crocker and Megalodon here. We'll check in with KCG in just a moment. That'll be huge for points there. So Kevin Crocker and Megalodon not able to make it. And Thunder Roars will advance on into round 2. So we're going to move right along with our third head-to-head matchup. In the gray lane, we've got Chris Kohler, Mayhem. And in the blue lane, please welcome Mike Christensen, Vendetta. Mayhem and Vendetta ready to go head-to-head here. The winner will take on Barry Musauer and Zombie in round 2. Those outside yellow lights means our drivers need to fire their engines and head to the starting line. When you see 2 yellow lights, that means they're staged at the starting line and they're ready to go. And they'll be looking for that green light. Mayhem to the line first, followed by Vendetta. Let's go green! Advancing on will be Mayhem. A great race between these two competitors, but Mayhem gets him by a little over a tire length there. 21.470 is the official time. This will be our last head-to-head matchup here in round 1. In the gray lane, we got Joe Foley, Axe. And in the blue lane, it's Cannon Murphy, Classroom Crusher. This was a race we saw yesterday in round 1, but it was Camden Murphy and Classroom Crusher who received a 5-second penalty. So this is a redemption race for real against these two right now. Axe and Joe Foley was able to move on into round 2 yesterday to go up against Barry Musauer and Zombie. The winner, though, of this race will see El Toro Loco. Redemption is his. Classroom Crusher advances on into round 2. There is no doubt about it. There will be no argument here this afternoon. Classroom Crusher advances on with a time of 24.460. So you can see where we stand right now as we're going to get ready here for round 2. We've got our JCB Dirt Squad out there. A big shout out to them. And of course, Boss JCB. Casey, you know, we see Kevin Crocker and Megalodon getting hooked up right now. He wasn't able to be into round 1, but we're entering into round 2 here in JCB Racing.
Yeah, that's right. He wasn't even able to start his truck, so they're hooking him right now, going to take him back to the pits. Is it an electrical issue? Is it the starter? Is it something with the remote ignition interrupter? We don't know. As soon as that truck is back in the pits and I hear word, I will let you know what I have found out on Megalodon. But Kay, the racing competition is heating up out here. Something that I've noticed in the right lane is that when the trucks come out of the berm, a lot of the time they're coming out of the berm crooked. So I don't know if it's how the ramp is built. I don't know if it's really slick out there on the track, but that's definitely something that I'm noticing in the blue lane. What do you see from up there at your vantage point?
I'm absolutely gonna have to say yes to that too, because I'm seeing them hike up a little bit. Now I am closer only to the blue lane, but I have a great advantage point there to the gray lane. Now yesterday I also thought that was what we saw yesterday. I saw everyone hike up really high on that gray lane, but for whatever reason we're seeing that now on the blue lane. But regardless, it is nice to see that the blue lane there is a little bit faster for each of these drivers. Do you think that's going to be the lane choice as we move farther into this bracket?
You know, Kay, that's a great question. So far, 2 races have been won in the left lane. 1 race has been won in the right lane, but it really is anybody's game at this point. I think something interesting about this track, too, is that, you know, our drivers, this tends to be a longer track. It's the same layout that we've seen, but lengthwise, it's a little bit longer. And so I think the initial thought is to lay on the throttle around that final corner, but that carries you deeper into the turn. Today, we're starting to see the drivers slow down a little bit, take that final corner a little bit tighter, and it seems like we're seeing faster pass times up there on the video board.
Now, if you were driving, Casey, would you be picking the blue lane or the gray lane?
At this point, I just have a better view of the blue lane, so I feel like I'm more familiar with it. But I know that over there on the left lane or the gray lane, more races have been won in that lane here today. So, Kay, it's anybody's game at this point. I'm excited to see what happens as we advance further in the racing bracket.
Absolutely. I do want to ask you, though, really quickly, when it comes to that berm, would you go higher or would you try to stay as low as possible?
I think because it's slippery out there, I think that they can kick that back end up a little bit higher on the berm and kind of use that momentum a little bit. So I think that might help carry momentum throughout the race course, but we're going to see what's going to end up being the most time valuable out here on the track.
Sounds good to me. We're going to get ready here for round 2 in just a moment.
This is round 2 of JCB Racing. The fastest 4 drivers have advanced to this round, and they're going to compete against the 4 drivers who had that automatic buy-in, but only 4 can make it to the semifinal round. Who's ready for more JCB Racing?
All right, we've got Tyler Menninga and Gravedigger in the gray lane advancing on there into round 2. And for the first time this afternoon in the blue lane, it's Dalton Widener, Jurassic Attack. He was last night's racing winner. This is a great head-to-head matchup we are just seeing here in round 2. Who will advance on? Time to go racing! That has got to be a photo finish. That was too close to call. And I'm getting word there is a 5-second penalty on Jurassic Attack, which means Tyler Menninga and Gravedigger advances on. That 5-second penalty, very important though. Keep in mind that both of the front tires have to stay in the perimeter of the face of the takeoff ramp. But the fastest time of the night belongs to Tyler Menninga and Gravedigger, 19.854. Regardless, I think he would have won anyways, but what a tie for Gravedigger. Moving right along there as well. In the gray lane, we've got Jim Kohler, Avenger. And for the first time here tonight, we're going to also see Colt Stevens and Thunder Roris. These two getting their first test here out on the track here on the Sunday afternoon. The winner will move on to see Tyler Menninga and Gravedigger. They must get a time faster than 19.854 or 45 for lane choice. And it will be Thunder Auroras and Colt Stevens who will advance on, but unfortunately, just due to safety, it looks like they are going to have Thunder Auroras advance on here into the semifinal round. Unfortunately, there won't be an official time there, so the lane choice will go to Tyler Menninga and Gravedigger. Take a look at the super glue glued to the action replay there up on the video board. Just a little too much ends him on his lid.
Monster Jam fans, we're going to have some fun here in the stands. Hey, who wants to win something really quick, huh? I need four. Four. Come here. Who's four? This guy right here. Okay, let's do it. All right, we're going to play something called the Helmet Shuffle. This is a really cool souvenir. You get to go back behind the scenes after the event and meet all the drivers. What do you think about that?
That's awesome.
That is cool. All right. Well, we're going to play the Helmet Shuffle. Let's put it up on the Monster Jam video board. I'll explain how this works. He says, I'm going to need some help. No, you won't. It's completely easy, I promise. We put the trophy right in the middle helmet. Okay? They're going to shuffle around. You got to keep your eye on it. And let us know where it lands. Cool?
Got it. Let's do it.
Let's do it, baby. We're shuffling. Whoa. Okay. Whoa. Everybody at once, please. Okay. Everybody over here is saying 3. What do you think?
I agree. It's number 3.
He agrees for number 3. Is he right? It's not under 1. It's not 2. It must be under 3. How about that? Dad just won his kid something. Here you go. Take this with you. You get the chance to meet your favorite Monster Jam drivers after the show. And if you guys want to meet your favorite Monster Jam truck drivers after the show, Kay has more info.
Scan that QR code up on the video board, and you can go to the post-show meet and greet. There's going to be more information, of course, there. Scan that QR code. Casey, we're going to get ready here in just a moment for our next head-to-head matchup, but I know you have a little bit more information on Kevin Crocker and Megalodon.
That's right. We got word from the back that they're checking the ground terminals on the truck, which means it sounds like an electrical issue. As soon as I get back there, we'll get some more information, but hopefully, there he is right there up there on the video board. Hopefully this ends up being a minor issue that's just a few-minute fix, but this is proof that sometimes the smallest components end up having the biggest impact on the competition.
Appreciate that check-in right there. Kevin Crocker and his team there, Team Scream, working to try to get him back into our next competition coming up here after JCB Racing. We're going to continue on here in the Gray Lane. We've got Barry Sauer, Zombie. And then advancing on there into round 2, we've got Mayhem and Chris Kohler there in the blue lane. Winner will advance on there into your semi-final round. These two getting ready to line up. Zombie going up against Mayhem. A little staging battle. There they go. We're going to get set to go green. And Zombie Musauer advance on to your JCB semifinal round. $20.416 there for Zombie, $20.416 for Zombie. And then we're going to go into our last head-to-head matchup here in round 2 in the gray lane. Advancing on into round 2, we've got Classroom Crusher and Camden Murphy. And for the first time here this afternoon, racing out of the blue lane, Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. The winner will take on Zombie, and they must get a time faster than 20.416 to have a lane choice. El Toro Loco to the line first as we await the approach of Classroom Crusher. And there you got it, set and ready to go. Classroom Crusher Camden Murphy advancing on to your semifinal round. He is not letting any 5-second penalties get in his way. Here this afternoon, he clocks in a fast time, 19.892. Second fastest time of the day so far, belonging to Camden Murphy and Classroom Crusher. And that will give him lane choice in your semifinal round.
This is the semifinal round for JCB Racing. Our fastest 4 drivers have advanced to this round. Now only 2 drivers can make it to the final round. It's going to be a close one. Make some noise if you're ready for JCB Racing.
In the gray lane, we've got Colt Stevens and Thunder Roris. And in the blue lane, we've got Tyler Meninga and Gravedigger. Now, Gravedigger has received lane choice. Unfortunately for Thunder Roris, he was not able to get an official time clocked in due to the rollover there by Jim Kohler and Avenger. So, we will see who will advance on here into your JCB Racing final round. It is Gravedigger who pushes Thunder Roris into that gray lane. And you can see them restaging right now, both of our competitors. Both need to restage, both need to refire their engines back up and then head back to the starting line there. We've got Gravedigger right to the line, almost immediately, followed by Thunder Roris. It's time for the semis! Gravedigger and Tyler Meninga advancing on to your JCB Racing final round. You can kind of see a wide swing there at the far end of the track there. That last turn by Colt Stevens and Thunder Roris. Thought he was going to gain ground from my perspective, but unfortunately it is Gravedigger there that takes the win, 20.347. We're going to move on right here to our last head-to-head matchup here in your JCB semifinal round. In the gray lane, we've got Barry Musauer and Zombie going up against, in the blue lane, Classroom Crushers, Camden Murphy. Now, Classroom Crusher does have lane choice. He chooses the blue lane, pushes Zombie to the gray lane. Now, the winner of this matchup must get a time faster than 20.347, which has been clocked in by Gravedigger and Tyler Meninga. So in order for them to receive lane choice, the winner of this race would have to get a faster time than Gravedigger. We are one race away to see the final being set here. Gravedigger already has his ticket punch there to the JCB Racing Finals. As we await those staging lights, they're lit on the outside, yellow lights. Drivers can fire their engines and head to that starting line. We're going to see those 2 yellow lights get locked in. And there we see them. It's time to go green. And it will be Zombie. It will be Zombie advancing on. And unfortunately, also we're going to attach a 5-second penalty there on Zombie. So no matter what, Gravedigger will have lane choice with that 20.347. An unfortunate roll there for Classroom Crusher. But Zombie will advance on though. Remember, 5-second penalty has been assessed, 27.546, so Gravedigger will have lane choice. Let's check in right now with Stadium Championship Series West and their JCB racing competition. Take a look at the video board. Megalodon and Todd LeDuc going after it there in Miami with the JCB Racing Finals, going up against Ryan Anderson and Son of a Digger. Now that is a tricky course because it is a baseball field, so some of those points that a lot of our drivers use to know where they're at on a track, it's a lot harder there on a baseball diamond. And there it is, the finish. It is Ryan Anderson and Son of a Digger who takes home that JCB Racing win for the very last time there in Lone Depot Stadium. Another big shout out to JCB and our JCB Dirt Squad. A big shout out to Boss JCB, our local equipment provider here in the San Antonio area as well. So big shout out to them being able to use that equipment, make sure we get our track right, make sure we can do all the recoveries here for our Monster Jam trucks. There, the bracket has been set. You can take a look on the video board. Gravedigger and Zombie will meet each other in their JCB Racing final round.
This is JCB Racing's final. Oh boy, this is going to be a good one. Zombie between Gravedigger. Only one can win this and take home the first 12 points of the evening. Who's ready to meet your final contenders?
In the gray lane, he's a 2-time World Finals champion from Oskaloosa, Iowa, Tyler Meninga, Gravedigger. He's your 2024 Entertainer of the Year, racing out of the blue lane from Orlando, Florida, Barry Musauer, Zombie. Gravedigger has lane choice and chooses the gray lane. He must feel real confident there as they get set to go racing. Your Racing win here for the very last time in San Antonio with a time of 20.307. What a race there between these two. Gravedigger getting the win, though. Redemption his after a not-so-great start there in racing last night. Gets the redemption win and the first 12 points. San Antonio makes a noise for your JCB Racing winner, Tyler Meninga, Gravedigger.
Tyler, congratulations. You're back on top with JCB Racing. I feel like this racing final feels like deja vu. You and Bari going head to head so many times this season. What made you in the final race choose the gray lane when previously you raced in the blue?
You know, I'm not sure what's going on with these lanes, but that gray lane, the person that was in this blue lane right here could be a mile ahead, and then until that last corner, that guy would pull it out. So I'm like, maybe this lane is shorter over here. I didn't know what it was, but I knew as soon as Camden rolled over and Bari wasn't getting lane choice, he was going in that blue lane and I was taking the gray. But man, what an awesome start to Monster Jam here in San Antonio. We're fighting some steering issues. I didn't have any confidence in making it to that racing final. That first race, my steering was so stiff. I said, Matt, we're going to push as hard as we can. Whatever happens, happens. And look at us right now, winning racing, starting out Monster Jam here on a Sunday.
We've got a lot more action coming up. It is the Skills Challenge coming up next. I know that you said your truck's having some issues. We're going to pull it to the back, figure out what's going on. When it comes to the Skills Challenge, it seems like the track conditions out here much better than last night for that competition.
Yeah, you know what? This dirt is slick anyways, right? But last night they added way too much water to it. Nobody was getting their tricks. What I got in my hands right now is I'm going last. That's an advantage. I got to watch what tricks are working with the dirt, which ones are, which ones aren't. So I'm going to plan out something awesome. But I can guarantee you one thing, San Antonio, that every time this Gravedigger truck pulls out on this track, I want to hear you guys screaming at the top of your lungs, because the louder you get, the harder I'm going to drive this truck.
Let's hear it for your JCB Racing winner, Tyler Meninga, Gravedigger.
Take a look at the Super Glue to the action replay. A nice run there from Tyler Meninga, and Gravedigger, of course, making it look so easy, grabbing his first 12 points of this afternoon. And speaking of points, there they are in the BKT overall event leaderboard. Gravedigger on top with 12 points, followed by Zombie and Bari Musauer with 11. Thunder Aurora sitting there in the third spot. Classroom Crusher, El Toro Loco, and Mayhem round out your top six. Of course, we got a lot more action coming up. And of course, Monster Jam Skills Challenge is coming up here in just a little bit. This is where you and your family and friends, whoever's here at the Alamo Dome, will have their first opportunity to use judgeszone.com there. And this is what our drivers will have to do. They can pick to do 2 skills, or they can opt for 1 Monster Jam donut. You can use that QR code right now to log on to judgeszone.com if you'd like. Right now, kind of get a jump on it. You're going to see some poppers, stoppies, wheelies, maybe some combination moves, maybe some new moves you've never seen before ever in your life. They might happen right here in the Alamo Dome. That's coming up here in just a little bit. Monster Jam Skills Challenge coming up.
Monster Jam fans, time to have a little fun here in the stands. We're going to play mini jams. It's like a racing, animated racing thing. It's really cool. I have here, what is your name?
Chris.
Chris got 2 of his boys here, and he's going to try to be the hero dad today here in San Antonio. So let's go ahead and put up the mini jams and see who we have. El Toro Loco, Gravedigger, and Megalodon. Which one are you guys going for?
Gravedigger.
Gravedigger, okay, all right. Let the races begin. And they're off. It's a close one. Looks like El Toro Loco has the lead. Oh, boy. Oh. Well, Gravedigger won. How cool was that? Yeah. Yeah. For that, we got a really cool toy set for you both. Yeah. Don't fight over it now. You both can share. It's a Monster Jam Mini jam set. Has a little El Toro Loco. Even Max D is on there. Here you go. It's for you, buddy. And you guys can get your Spin Master wherever you buy your toys.
Well, if you're loving the action that you're seeing here out on the track, you're going to love Monster Jam World Finals 24. That's happening at Rice-Eccles Stadium in Salt Lake City, Utah, July 4th weekend. Every driver from all 5 competing series will be there for the biggest pit party. It is 2 days of nonstop action. We'll have JCB Racing, Monster Jam Freestyle, Monster Jam Skills, and Monster Jam High Jump. So 4 World Finals champions will be crowned over a 2-day span with the biggest pit party you have ever witnessed. A lot of surprises will be there as well. Some big unveils, of course. If you've never been to Monster Jam World Finals, make sure that is your destination summer vacation, July 4th weekend. Let's see you there at Rice-Eccles Stadium in Salt Lake City. For more information, log on to monsterjam.com. Coming up next, it is a Monster Jam Skills Challenge. This is where you, the fans here in San Antonio, will have your first opportunity to help us crown a winner by using judgeszone.com. And for more on that, let's throw it back to Jabari.
That's right. You guys are the fans here at the Alamo Dome. It is up to you how the competition turns out as far as a winner. I'm going to show you guys how to score right now. Everybody take out your cell phones, head to judgeszone.com, or you can scan the QR code. It will take you to judgeszone.com as well. Your city code is SAT. SAT is your city code on judgeszone.com. Like I said, you guys can scan that QR code. It will take you to judgeszone.com. So this is how it's going to work. After a competition finishes, either myself or Kay will come on and let you know when scoring is open. You guys will have 20 seconds to lock in those scores on the BKT tire. Slide that BKT tire into the green to score the highest, or in the red to score the lowest. As simple as that. 20 seconds is all you got. You just got to listen for our cue. Again, it's all at judgeszone.com. Who's ready for more Monster Jam? Let me hear you.
Everyone get those trucker signals going for our first competitor, Cynthia Gauthier, Lucas Stabilizer. Popper, nose wheelie, moonwalk, triple combination from Cynthia Gauthier. One more attempt left.
Let's hear it for Cynthia Gauthier, Lucas Stabilizer. 20 seconds now is your chance to go to judgeszone.com. Lock in those scores. You got 20 seconds.
The second attempt being a big sky wheelie there off of the blue ramp. And you can take a look at the super glue glued to the action replay. That replay will help you get those scores locked in at judgeszone.com. There you see it, the big sky wheelie, vertical position there. All right, scores are locked in. Let's see that score for Lucas Stabilizer. You gave her a score of 6.758.
All right, beautiful people. I'm here in section 131. I got a whole family here. You've been doing this for a while, right? So who did you bring with you?
My wife that's not here, but my son, Aaron, my daughter-in-law, my daughter and my son-in-law, and my grandkids.
All right. So your wife isn't here, but she's celebrating a birthday, right?
Yes, 60 years old.
You've been coming to these for 30 years.
30 years, since he's been 4.
What is your wife's name?
Linda.
Linda, your husband's calling you. We're about to give away a prize. I'm sure she heard that somewhere. Let's go ahead and play a game, okay? We're going to play some trivia. You've been coming here for 30 years, coming to Monster Jam events. So let's give you a trivia question to see how much you know about Monster Jam. And we got Kevin Crocker for Megalodon for that.
Hey, Monster Jam fans, Kevin Crocker here. It's time for Monster Jam trivia. What is the frame of a Monster Jam truck race? Is it A, wood, B, steel, C, plastic, or D, building blocks? If you know the answer, shout it out.
Just let me know if you need a 50-50.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's B.
Okay, pretty sure it's B, but hold on. There's Linda right here. Everybody give her a round of applause. We're just going to put her on the spot. There she is in the stairwell. She's coming down right now, and we're trying to win something. He chose B, so let's see, Linda, if he is right. Here she comes. It is B. Yes, you are right. Congrats. Hi. Did you hear your name? Yeah, you heard your name in the concourse? He's like, who is that? Okay, since he got it right, I have 8 tickets to Disney on Ice presents Let's Dance, April 17th through the 20th, right here at the Alamo Dome. Here you go. A bunch of swag. Got some cups in there, picture frames. Yeah, it's pretty cool, right? And you guys can get your very own tickets for Disney on Ice Let's Dance on Ticketmaster.com. We'll see you there.
Coming up next, we got Kevin Crocker, Megalodon.
Let's hear it for Kevin Crocker, Megalodon. Let's lock in those scores right now. Judgeszone.com. You guys got 20 seconds to lock in those scores.
Just a little too much there, and that will land him on the lid there. We're going to look at that super glue glued to the action replay. You can use that replay, of course, as well. Only one attempt there, but you can get those scores locked in at judgeszone.com. Scores are locked in. Let's see that score for Megalodon. You gave him a score of 3.270. And we're going to check into Miami one more time here at Lone Depot Stadium with Kevin Crocker, Megalodon's teammate Todd LeDuc, riding the waves there with a bicycle, balancing it, and then into the popper stoppy with a little rollback moonwalk. Just a little bit of a tumble, kind of like his teammate there, Kevin Crocker. Good for him, though. Congratulations to Todd LeDuc and Megalodon throwing down 2 great attempts there in the Monster Jam Skills Challenge. So, of course, we've only seen 2 drivers here in Monster Jam Skills, and right now Lucas Stabilizer sits on top with a 6.758. Don't forget, you, the fans, are in charge of picking our winner here. 12 points are on the line. Now, drivers must attempt 2 different maneuvers, or they can attempt 1 Monster Jam donut. And, of course, you can use that QR code as well to log on to judgeszone.com.
Monster Jam fans, it's time to have a little bit of fun. We're going to spin the Monster Jam wheel. It's going to be fun. We got a few choices on here. Let's go ahead and put up the wheel. It's really cool. We got the flex cam. We got the dance cam. What will it be? Let's spin it. It's the flex cam. Everybody on your feet, and let's see those muscles. All right, that was so much fun. Thanks for spinning that Monster Jam wheel. You know what? We may bring it back out a little bit later and have some more fun with that. But for right now, who's ready for more Monster Jam? Let me hear you, San Antonio.
Coming up next, we got Mike Christensen, Vendetta.
Let's hear it for Mike Christensen, Vendetta. Right now, let's lock in those scores. Judgeszone.com. You got 20 seconds.
We saw the slap wheelie and then the popper back into a moonwalk attempt as well for Mike Christensen and Vendetta, our 3rd driver out on the track here in Monster Jam Skills Challenge. Scores are locked in. Let's go straight to the video board. That score, 6.241. Coming up next, we got Joe Foley, X.
Make some noise for Joe Foley, Axe. 20 seconds. Let's lock in those scores on judgeszone.com. You got 20 seconds.
The replay on the video board there from Joe Foley and Axe. And now we wait to see where you put him in this competition there as we see the bicycle attempt. On the second attempt there from Joe Foley and Axe, the first one being the slap wheelie as well. Time to get those scores locked in at judgeszone.com. Scores are in. Let's see the score for Axe, 4.943. Coming out next, we got Dalton Weiner, Jurassic Attack. You see him sitting sideways there, left and right, using both front and rear steer. Those back tires moving left and right, sits it back down. Those back tires waving left and right. He's got the popper, no steering wheel. It is out on the track.
Let's hear it for Dalton Weiner, Jurassic Attack. 20 seconds. Let's lock in those scores. Scoring is open, judgeszone.com.
He uses the Morgan & Morgan backflip to balance the Triceratops, and then throws the steering wheel out of the windshield, gets back into a moonwalk. Get those scores locked in at judgeszone.com. This is going to be a big score. I have a feeling your score to beat right now, Lucas Stabilizer 6.758. Your score for Jurassic Attack is 9.036. We got a new leader. So with that, we now have a new leader sitting on top of the leaderboard. Jurassic Attack is now your leader. We can see the big replay on the video board. And you can see the moment where he throws the steering wheel out of the windshield and moves it back into a moonwalk. A big move there, a big risk there for Jurassic Attack and Dalton Weiner, but it pays off, and he now sits on top of the leaderboard. 9.036 is the score to beat. Our next driver up, we got Jim Kohler, Avenger.
Let's hear it for Jim Kohler, Avenger. Lock in those scores right now. You have 20 seconds. Let's get in those scores.
Jim Kohler and Avenger awaiting your scores now at judgeszone.com. He is our 6th competitor here in our Monster Jam Skills Challenge. And now we are seconds away. Scores are locked in. Let's see the score for Avenger. You gave him a 3.488. Coming up, we got Chris Kohler, Mayhem. With the sidewall save, one more attempt left.
Let's hear it for Chris Kohler, Mayhem. 20 seconds. Let's lock in those scores on judgeszone.com.
He comes back with the reverse slap wheelie as well. So the move off the trench box, there it is. Moves it into a nose wheelie and then revs up a little bit of power, and you can see him doing the reverse slap wheelie. What a great combination. Two great attempts, honestly, there for Chris Kohler and Mayhem. Scores are locked in. Your score to beat Jurassic Attack, 9.036. San Antonio, let's see that score for Mayhem. 8.796. Interesting score from you fans at judgeszone.com. Our next driver up, Armando Castro, El Toro Loco.
Let's hear it for Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. What did you think? Let us know. JudgesZone.com. You got 20 seconds.
Well, in the words of Dustin Hart, we know that a cow can jump over the moon, but we know a bull can jump over a race lane. I don't know if we did, but we just saw it for the very first time. Get those scores locked in. Two fantastic moves there from El Toro Loco and Armando Castro. Time to see what you think that score should be. Jurassic Attack still the score to beat, 9.036. Your score for El Toro Loco is... we got a new leader, 9.111. With that, we have a new leader, and coming up next, we got Colt Stevens, Thunder Roris.
Let's hear it for Colt Stevens, Thunder Roris. 20 seconds. Scoring is open. JudgesZone.com. Let us know what you think.
So we see the one Monster Jam donut, but it is a huge Monster Jam donut. Lots of speed, lots of revolutions, and no steering wheel. Did you see that on the replay? The steering wheel was out of the window. Get those scores locked in right now for JudgesZone.com for Colt Stevens and Thunder Roris. Was that a big enough wow factor to take the lead? That'll be up to you. Scores are in. Let's see that score for Thunder Roris. 8.280. So El Toro Loco right now sitting on top of the leaderboard, 9.111, followed by Jurassic Attack. Mayhem, Thunder Roris now sits in fourth. Lucas Stabilizer and Vendetta round out your top six with three more drivers remaining here in our second competition. As we're going to get ready to meet our next driver up, Camden Murphy, Classroom Crusher.
Make some noise for Camden Murphy, Classroom Crusher. 20 seconds. Let's lock in those scores. Right now, judgeszone.com.
Our third to last driver here might have some transmission issues going on right now. Just testing the limits right there, making sure that truck is ready for our last competition, freestyle. You can see that super glue glued to the action replay up on the video board for Camden Murphy and Classroom Crusher. Scores are locked in. Your score for Classroom Crusher, 7.329. Up next, we got Barnaby Sour, Zombie.
Bari Musauer, Zombie. 20 seconds. Let's lock in those scores. What did you think about Bari Musauer's run?
Lifts up the tires there. He's going so fast. The truck lifts up off of the ground. Time to get those scores locked in. At judgeszone.com, was that a better donut than Colt Stevens and Thunder Roars? Was that a better move altogether than our leader, El Toro Loco 9.111? That will be up to you to decide here in just a moment as scores are now locked in. Let's see that score for Zombie. 9.033, a good score, but not enough to take the lead. We have one more driver remaining, Tyler Menninga, Gravedigger.
Let's hear it for Tyler Meniga, Gravedigger. 20 seconds. Let's lock in those scores right now, judgeszone.com.
All right, he is our last competitor here of our Monster Jam Skills Challenge, which means you need to get those scores locked in. It will be between him and El Toro Loco. El Toro Loco has a 9.111, and your scores are locked in. Let's see that score for Gravedigger. You gave him a 8.786, which means San Antonio, your Monster Jam Skills Challenge winner, is Armando Castro, El Toro Loco.
Armando, congratulations. You have swept the weekend when it comes to the Skills Challenge. Talk to us about how you navigated this tricky track, but also got these fans to give you those 10s.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, sitting in my stall, going out pretty late in the competition, I got to see what everybody else is doing. And, you know, this dirt is really not the best for the two-wheel skills. It's very slick out here. There's really not much to do you can do. You know, after the first couple of hits, these guys are kind of doing the same thing. I had to come out with something different, and I told my guy yesterday, I said, man, we got to come out and do a pop or something. Come out with something that nobody has done before, and that's exactly what we did. It didn't work out yesterday, but it sure did work out today. But hey, what you guys think about the two-wheel skills San Antonio?
It is your first full season during first quarter on a stadium series, and I know that last night freestyle did not end up how you wanted. Talk to us about how you're coming out here, you want to prove yourself, and you're also seeking a little bit of redemption here today for freestyle.
Yeah, you know, coming out yesterday, we ended up coming in a run a little short. I tagged another truck. That's not exactly how I wanted to come out here. So, hey, you know what better way to come out here, #1 for freestyle and set the bar for the rest of the competition behind me. I'm going to come out here and throw it down for you San Antonio fans. It's my first time in San Antonio, so I sure want to leave my mark. Pero más que todos, I'm here for todos mis latinos, man. Es un honor estar aquí. Arriba los latinos que sí se puede. Let's get them mucho. Get on judgeszone.com. Pull out that smartphone, baby. Slide that BKT tire all the way up, baby, because I'm coming out swinging. Arriba los latinos!
Huge congratulations there to Armando Castro, El Toro Loco, throwing down 2 great attempts there in Monster Jam Skills Challenge, and you chose him to be your winner, collecting his first 12 points of this afternoon. So there you see where we stand in the BKT overall event leaderboard. Barmy Sour and Zombie has a 1-point lead over El Toro Loco and Gravedigger, who both share 20 points. It is going to come down to our very last competition, and that will be Monster Jam Freestyle. But right now, this is halftime. Be sure to head up to the concourse, grab your official Monster Jam merchandise. Meet us right back here for the second half of action.
We've reached the pinnacle of today's event. This is Monster Jam Freestyle!
The first look at the Morgan & Morgan backflip. With the save, 9 seconds left on the clock. The clock is paused. A huge save there from El Toro Loco. He looks like he's getting out. Make some noise for El Toro Loco.
Let's head to judgeszone.com. Let us know what you think. You got 20 seconds.
What a tremendous start here to Monster Jam Freestyle. A big save there from El Toro Loco. And Armando Castro only leaving 9 seconds left on the clock. Take a look at the Super Glue Glued to the Action replay. Essentially a highlight reel of all the big moves there from our drivers. Use that to get those scores locked in at judgeszone.com. Scores are locked in. San Antonio, we're kicking things off here with El Toro Loco. Let's see that score. Already a huge score, 9.420 to kick things off for El Toro Loco. What a score to kick things off. The bar has been set high, not only by you, the fans, but by El Toro Loco and Armando Castro. That is going to be a tough score to beat and a tough score to follow here as we are just getting things started here in freestyle. Our next driver coming up, Joe Foley, X.
Let's hear it for Joe Foley, X. 20 seconds. What did you guys think? Let us know, judgeszone.com.
Some chaos, some carnage there. Joe Foley and Axe gives us a wild ride there as our second competitor to hit the track here in Monster Jam Freestyle. Get those scores locked in at judgeszone.com. The score to beat is a big 9.420, but that was well on its way to being an amazing freestyle run. Just cut short, though, by that tumble there at the far end of the gray race lane. Scores are locked in. Your score for X is 7.922.
Monster Jam fans having fun up in here. 120, let me hear you. Yeah, buddy. I'm here with somebody really cool. Tell us your name.
Carlos.
Carlos, how long have you been a Monster Jam fan?
15 plus, man.
15 plus years. Okay, so you've pretty much done everything. You've seen it all. We were just talking. There's one thing you don't have, though, and if you can do this game with us, if you can win it, I'm going to give it to you, okay?
Cool.
We're going to play 2 truths and a lie with Camden Murphy. All right? So, 2 things are false. 1 is true. You have to guess which one is true.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Hey, Monster Jam fans, it's time to play 2 truths and a lie. Can you guess which one of these is a lie? I can't swim. I was a champion speed walker. I race in NASCAR. If you think you know the lie, let me hear you.
Okay, so I was a little backwards. 2 truths and 1 lie. There's one of these that's not true, okay? You got your reading glasses on? Because I can't see that. Can you? Can we put this back up on full screen so we can get this? There we go. I can swim. I was a champion speed walker. I race in NASCAR. Which one of those is a lie?
Let's go with C, man.
Oh, he's going with C. Okay. Let's see if he is right.
That's right. I'm actually not a champion speed walker. I'm really, really short, so I got tiny legs. Thanks for playing. Now back to more Monster Jam.
Okay, so it was B. He has tiny legs per Camden Murphy, but it's okay, though. You got a PlayStation 5 Monster Jam Showdown video game. Pretty cool. It just came out, you guys. Enjoy that. You guys can get your Monster Jam Video Showdown wherever you buy your video games. You guys ready for more Monster Jam? Come on, San Antonio.
Don't forget, you fans are in charge of scoring at judgeszone.com. And of course, our drivers must complete 30 seconds of their run to qualify for a score. 60 seconds to receive a full score. Remember, if it is less than 60 seconds, they will receive a 1-point deduction. Make sure you're looking for the creativity, the use of the entire track, all of the obstacles, including that Morgan & Morgan backflip ramp, wow factors, combination moves as well. If you see that all on the track, make a checklist and make sure you move that BKT tire up or down to the score you think our drivers deserve. We're going to continue things on here in our Monster Jam freestyle competition. Of course, a big shout out to our Dirt Squad, our JCB Dirt Squad, and of course, Boss JCB, the official equipment provider of this weekend's Monster Jam. Are you guys ready for more Monster Jam freestyle? Coming up next, we got Kevin Cracker, Megalodon. Getting word that there is no steering right now in Megalodon, so unfortunately he will not even get to participate here. Nonetheless, let's make some noise right now. Show him some love. Kevin Crocker, Megalodon, battling lots of issues here tonight, this afternoon. It takes a lot to get those Monster Jam trucks to work. So one more time, let's hear it for Kevin Crocker, Megalodon. Show him some love here. Give him a round of applause. I know that's definitely not the way he would have want to come out here in our last event here in San Antonio.
He set the bar high when it came to the freestyle competition, and he is still in the lead. It's Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. Armando, you said earlier today that you wanted to come out here. You wanted that redemption when it came to freestyle. Looks like you had it here this afternoon.
Yeah, you know, going out first for freestyle, I knew how to set the bar high. I just really wanted to complete my run. You know, I've been having a rough couple of freestyles the weeks prior, and I kind of want to come out here and perform my run. I think I did just that. And you know, after my backflip, I said, "Go, babe, we got to do something big," and that's exactly what we did. We got a crazy little save at the end, but man, I'm having a good time here in San Antonio. Are you guys having a good time here? Make some noise!
These fans are loving the action. It looks like that when a driver's out there having a really great freestyle run, flow really comes into play. Talk to us about how when you're out there on the track and you really find your groove, that flow just kind of falls into place.
Yeah, you know, it's definitely tricky on a track like this, you know, when there's really not a lot of obstacles to kind of get a flow. But once you kind of figure that out, I think you'll be okay. But I think if these drivers can really plan the first couple of hits, they'll be all right. But, man, más que todo, I want to show you guys, man, I'm a proud Latino to be here. Que sí se puede. Es un honor estar aquí. To my beautiful girlfriend, thank you for all my support. I love you so much, Savannah. I love up there. To me Latino, sí se puede, baby!
We're going to see if he can hang on to the lead. More freestyles coming your way.
We're moving on to our fourth driver up. It's Colt Stevens, Thunderoris. He lines up for the Morgan & Morgan backflip. And lands it. No!
Let's hear it for Colt Stevens, Thunderoris. 20 seconds. Let's lock in those scores. JudgesZone.com.
From my angle up here, I thought he was going to land it, and then I thought we were going to see a sidewall save. Take a look at the replay up there on the video board. The backflip brought to you by Morgan & Morgan lands on it, and then you see the sidewall, and just not able to recover. Great run, though, from Colt Stevens and Thunderoris. Will that be enough to take the top spot? El Toro Loco, the score to beat, 9.420. And your score for Thunderoris is? You gave him a 7.753.
Monster Jam fans, it's time to have some fun here in the stands. What's happening 129? I see you. All the way at the top, I see you too. Third row, I can feel your energy. I can feel it. All right, we're about to spin the Monster Jam wheel again. We did this earlier. Let's put up the wheel. Whatever it lands on, that is what we're going to do. Spin it. It's the dance cam. Everybody on your feet. If you want to be on the Monster Jam video board and move. Much for spinning the Monster Jam wheel. Make some noise if you're ready for more Monster Jam. Come on.
Coming up, we got Jim Collar, Avenger.
Let's hear it. Jim Kohler, Avenger. 20 seconds. Oh boy, let's lock in those scores. Judgeszone.com. It is up to you, San Antonio.
That was a very hard landing there. You can almost hear it right there on the back right. That is definitely going to have to be, oh, you can see a lot actually back there. The housing, the drive shaft line right there as well. Going to be a little bit of a night there for Team Screen. Nonetheless, though, Jim Kohler always giving it his all here. And for Avenger, you know, the two-time Freestyle World Finals champion. No stranger there to a little bit of work to fix and repair that Avenger truck. Scores are locked in. Let's see that score. 8.366 for Jim Kohler and Avenger.
Hanging out with Gravedigger crew chief Matt Gunn. And Matt, we just saw some crazy action out there on the track from Avenger. When he landed from that back end, that backflip, you saw the whole back end just kind of fall out. Talk to us about what we saw.
What we saw was Mr. Jim Kohler go out there in typical Team Scream fashion, go out there, kind of over-rotated that backflip a little bit, and when you have these 12,000-pound Monster Jam trucks coming down on just those two BKT tires, it can end up tearing up some parts on us, and now they'll go back and get it fixed up and be ready for next week.
You know, we think about these parts being made of things like steel. Steel is not invincible, and sometimes it's truck versus track, and the track wins.
Yeah, it's crazy to think what these 12,000-pound trucks can do to this piece of steel. It's crazy to see some of these things bend and end up falling in ways that we've never seen before. So with these trucks, it's really crazy and unexpected and larger than life.
Tyler mentioned earlier today that you and him have been together for the last couple years, that the two of you really are a champion team. You have fantastic communication. I know you've been working on buttoning up a couple things on Gravedigger in the pits today. How's it running? Is it ready for freestyle?
It's as ready as I can have it for freestyle. Hopefully we can finally get some of these gremlins behind us and really throw down a good freestyle run tonight.
Matt, thank you so much. Always such fantastic insight. And folks, we got a lot more freestyle coming your way. Still in the lead, Armando Castro, El Toro Loco.
All right, El Toro Loco still on top of the leaderboard, 9.420. Avenger, Axe, and Thunder Auroras there are your four competitors that you've seen here out on the track, and a lot more freestyle action coming up here as we get ready to meet our next driver up. That will be Dalton Widener, Jurassic Attack. Clock is paused at 34 seconds there for Dalton Widener and Jurassic Attack. Waiting to see if he's going to get the signal to refire. And it looks like his run is ended.
Let's hear it for Dalton Widener, Jurassic Attack. 20 seconds, let's lock in those scores right now. JudgesZone.com.
His run cut short a little bit. You can see kind of inside the cab. He's a little frustrated there. If you take a look there at the far end of the track, nonetheless, a great run there for Dalton Widener and Jurassic Attack. Getting word that it's some transmission issues. So our JCB Dirt Squad probably going to have to hook him, get him back into the pit stall. Let's show him some love right now. Dalton Widener, Jurassic Attack, as we await your fan scores at JudgesZone.com. And your scores are locked. Let's see that score, 6.623. All right, so a 6.623 for Jurassic Attack puts him in the 5th spot. El Toro Loco, though, still holding strong there at the top. 9.420, Jim Kohler Avenger sitting on the 2nd spot. Axe and Thunder Roris round out our 5 drivers. Of course, a lot more to go. We've got 6 more drivers left. Not only are you going to crown a freestyle winner, but you're going to crown an overall event champion here for the very last time here this weekend in San Antonio. Let's get ready to meet our 7th driver up. It's Barbie Sour Zombie.
Let's hear it for Barry Moosauer, Zombie. 20 seconds. Those the scores are open to cast in your scores right now. JudgesZone.com.
A nice solid run there from Barbie Sour and Zombie, using the entire course, using all the obstacles, landing the Morgan & Morgan backflip as we see that up on the video board at the Super Glue Glued to the Action replay. And now it's time to see where you put him at in this competition. Scores are locked. Your score to beat 9.420. That is the score from El Toro Loco. Your score for Zombie is a great score, 9.039. Puts him in the second spot. So a great score from Zombie puts him in the second spot here as we get set for our 8th driver, Chris Kohler, Mayhem. Looks like he's going for the backflip.
Let's hear it for Chris Kohler, Mayhem. 20 seconds. Let's lock in those scores right now. JudgesZone.com.
Chris Kohler and Mayhem definitely bringing some mayhem out on the track. As we await those scores now at JudgesZone.com, he gives us some sidewall donut action, just not able to save it though, as we take a look at all of his replays up on the video board, brought to you by the original Super Glue. Scores are locked in. Let's see that score for Mayhem. Great score, 9.034, puts him in the third spot.
What's happening, beautiful people? Jabari here in the stands, and I got a cool fan here. Tell everybody your name.
My name's Eric. What's your name?
Eric?
Malcolm.
Malcolm? Okay, cool. We're going to play something really cool. Name that truck. Okay, do you know your trucks pretty well?
A little bit. You know his name, Malcolm?
We're going to figure it out in just a second, Malcolm. We're going to slowly reveal a truck. You have to guess what it is before the picture finally reveals. So let's go ahead and put it up. Let's see what we got. You guys shout out the answer if you think you know. Shout it out. Let's hold on. Let's see. Malcolm, I think he knows. What is it, Malcolm? A little bit louder. He says, is it Zombie? It is Zombie. I got something really cool because you are so brave. I have a Monster Jam Truck and Pals toy set right here for you. It's a starter set just for you. You're welcome, kiddo. You guys can get your very own Truck and Pal Monster Jam toy set wherever you buy toys. Let's get ready for more Monster Jam San Antonio.
Just to remind you where we stand in the freestyle competition, 9.420 is the score to beat from Armando Castro and El Toro Loco. You can see our top 6 right there. We only have 4 more drivers remaining before we crown a freestyle winner and overall event champion. So San Antonio, if you want to see some more freestyle, make some noise! Get those trucker signals going for Cynthia Gautier, Lucas Stabilizer.
Let's hear it for Cynthia Gautier, Lucas Stabilizer. Lock in those scores right now. Judgeszone.com. You got 20 seconds.
All right, so I'm getting word that she did not fulfill the 60-second clock. So whatever score you give her, we are going to add a 1-point deduction. Remember, our drivers must complete 30 seconds of their run to qualify for a score, and they must complete 60 seconds of their run to receive a full score. She will not receive a full score, and there will be a 1-point deduction because she did not fulfill the 60-second clock. Nonetheless, a great run there from the wild lady herself, Cynthia Gautier and Lucas Stabilizer. You gave her a 6.741 with the 1-point deduction. It is a 5.741.
We've got Wyatt Havens here, crew chief for Lucas Stabilizer. Wyatt, you and Cynthia love to lay it down for freestyle. I know that's not what she had planned for freestyle, but she told me yesterday that during her freestyle run, she loves when you talk to her, when you pump her up throughout the entire thing.
Yeah. I'll tell her if she's got a low energy, got a low energy, oh my God.
You get her really excited when she goes out there for the track. Absolutely. Then one of the things that makes for a fantastic freestyle is when she goes out there and crushes it, but also you as the crew chief, you act kind of like a second set of eyes because when she's locked in there in the seat, she can't turn her head left and right.
Yeah. So I am an extra set of eyes, so I'll tell her what to hit. So tell her what time is that, when to backflip and everything like that. If she's broken, just stuff like that.
When it comes to the relationship between driver and crew chief, talk to us about how you kind of have to learn what she likes on the truck when it comes to shock settings, when it comes to her preferences. For every driver and every crew chief, it's a little bit different.
Yeah, it's completely different. Every truck, every driver is completely different. And we get their preference so they can drive the truck the way they want it.
Wyatt, as always, such a pleasure. And folks, still holding the lead. He was first out of the gate. It was El Toro Loco and Armando Castro. We're going to find out if he can continue to do so through freestyle.
We're going to check in with Miami right now. They just finished their event there at Lone Depot Stadium. Tristan England and JCB Digatron. He is your freestyle winner. Take a look at the backflip brought to you by Morgan & Morgan. Gets it back into the popper, into the moonwalk. The combination. And you can see he's holding the trophy there. Team Digatron and Tristan England, your overall event champion. You can keep up to date on all 5 series at monsterjam.com. Of course, click that results tab as well, and you can see what all of your favorite Monster Jam trucks and drivers are doing in their respective series. Right now, this is a reminder where we stand right now in our BKT overall event points. Chase 21 belongs to Zombie. He's sitting on top of the leaderboard. Only 1 point behind him, though, is shared by El Toro Loco and Gravedigger, both sitting with 20 points. We're going to continue on here in Monster Jam Freestyle. We only have 3 more drivers remaining here in freestyle. We just saw Cynthia Gauthier and Lucas Stabilizer. Now we await the turn of 3 more drivers, Classroom Crusher, Vendetta, and Gravedigger. All get ready to compete here in just a moment. One more time, San Antonio, if you're ready to see some more freestyle, let me hear you scream! Coming up next, we got Camden Murphy, Classroom Crusher.
School is over. Camden Murphy, Classroom Crusher, make some noise. Let's head to judgeszone.com right now and let us know what you think.
All right, Camden Murphy, Classroom Crusher attempts the Morgan & Morgan 8-pack backflip ramp. There it is. You see just not enough power, looks like. Just a little under rotation. Nonetheless, a great run there from Classroom Crusher. Time to get those scores locked in at judgeszone.com. Our third to last competitor here in Monster Jam Freestyle. You can see that fiberglass body starting to tear away from the chassis there. So you're going to see some cool inside cab looks depending on what angle you saw it. And now we see him tipped over back on all fours here. Scores are locked in. Let's see that score for Classroom Crusher. And Camden Murphy, you gave him a 6.784.
El Toro Loco team sitting down here in crew seating watching every single freestyle. Armando, you have been watching these freestyles. You've held on to the lead since the very first truck out. What is running through your mind as you're watching freestyle?
Oh, man, I really can't believe it. You know, man, it seems like this track is kind of eating everybody out here. It's really hard to find a groove out here, and coming out first, we knew we had to set the bar. I told my crew guy, Daniel, you know what? We really got to fulfill the 2 minutes. We got to nail the backflip and then go big after that. And that's exactly what we did. Unfortunate for Camden Murphy, you know, I really wanted him to land that apex backflip. But, man, I'm still a fan at heart. I'm cheering my colleagues behind here, man. I am still a fan. But, hey, we got 2 more bad trucks coming up next. We're not finished. We're keeping our fingers crossed. We want that overall event win. But, hey, we'll see what happens.
2 more trucks left in freestyle. We're going to see if Armando Castro and his crew chief, Daniel Lopez, the El Toro Loco team, can take home the freestyle win.
Monster Jam fans, for our next driver, I'm going to let his daughter introduce.
San Antonio, how are we liking Monster Jam Freestyle so far? We only have 2 trucks left. Up next, my dad, Michael Christensen, Vendetta!
Let's hear it for Mike Christensen, Vendetta. 20 seconds. Let's lock in those scores right now. JudgesZone.com.
He lays down a crazy freestyle run. Mike Christensen, Vendetta, super pumped. We might have to have his daughter introduce him each and every time. He's throwing down some great runs here this weekend. Time to see what you thought, though, at JudgesZone.com, because really it is only up to you to decide your score to beat El Toro Loco. He has held this from the very start, 9.420. What is the score for Vendetta? Woo, 8.876, good enough to put him in 4th right now. One more driver remains, and it'll be between El Toro Loco and this man coming up for your freestyle winner. And that driver is Tyler Miniga, Gravedigger.
Let's hear it for Tyler Miniga, Gravedigger. 20 seconds. Oh boy, last truck. What will it be? It's up to you, San Antonio. JudgesZone.com.
Listen, Jabari, the way he was launching that Monster Jam truck, we should probably call NASA and see if that was legal. Time to get those scores locked in at JudgesZone.com. Our very last driver here. We're going to crown a freestyle winner now. Think about this. If El Toro Loco is able to hold the lead, this does not happen, or excuse me, gets the win. If he gets the win here in freestyle, that is probably one of the scores that we have not seen in a very long time that have been held from the #1 spot. So the scores to beat El Toro Loco, who's held that since the #1 truck coming out, 9.420. Your score for Gravedigger is... He did it! 9.096. El Toro Loco, Armando Castro held the lead and now takes the win here in Monster Jam Freestyle. And now we add those 12 points and our BKT overall event champion, Armando Castro, El Toro Loco, your overall event champion.
Armando, the ultimate redemption story. This is what you were seeking here today. You came out for freestyle. You held onto the lead from the very beginning. That does not happen very often, and it certainly paid off. It all came down to freestyle. Not only did you win that competition, you're taking home the trophy as well.
Yeah, you know, I got to give it up to the San Antonio fans, man. You guys been rocking with me since the beginning of the event. That's what's for you guys right here. San Antonio was my very first time here, and man, we crushed it. Coming out first, it is very, very tough to set the bar and hold the score. Getting a 9.4, we knew we were sitting in a comfortable position to take the overall event win. We just started to stay consistent, and we had to come out to redemption because yesterday did not go our way. But I got to give a big shout out to my guy right here, Daniel Lopez. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be able to come here what we do. I have a truck that runs 110% because of him. And más que todo, a todos mis latinos, man, sí se puede. I love you guys. Los quiero mucho con todo corazón. Mira, déjame ser el ejemplo para todos ustedes. Let me be the example for all of you guys watching at home. Yo vine de nada de experiencia. I came from no motorsports background. Y aquí estoy viviendo mi sueño aquí enfrente de todos ustedes. And I'm here living my dream in front of you guys. Si yo lo puedo hacer, usted lo puede hacer. If I can do it, you can do it, man. San Antonio, I will never forget you guys. To my boy James here in the crowd, thank you, man. My beautiful girlfriend Savannah. And to todos mis latinos, les quiero mucho. ¡Viva la raza! ¡Viva México! ¡Arriba los latinos!
A huge congratulations to El Toro Loco and Armando Castro, of course, his crew chief Daniel Lopez. You're still having fun, aren't you?
I'm
Shavar?
always having fun here in the stands. San Antonio, did you guys have a good time? Let me hear you.
Oh, yeah, they definitely had a good time.
Buddy.
I had a great time. I know you had a great time. KCG always having a great time as well. We are going to stay in the great state of Texas. We are heading to Houston. Yeah, Houston for 2 weeks here. Coming up next week. So, of course, if you want to take that drive down there, meet us in Houston at NRG Stadium. But, you know, can you wrap up this weekend for you?
Okay.
Wrap it up.
You want me to wrap it up?
Here, no, we'll just wrap up with how much fun you had.
Okay, I had so much fun here in San Antonio. I love you guys. The Riverwalk, the beautiful Alamo Dome. Thank you so much, San Antonio.
There you go. On behalf of Jabari Thomas and KCG, I am Kay Young. We hope you had fun, and we hope to see you at our next Monster Jam.